What it do? What's up? It's Jose. We back at it. It's been a minute, but who cares? Let's do it. So I'm gonna get straight into this. So I hope y'all had a good weekend. But over the weekend, Puffy had his Revolt Summit. It was actually really good. I liked it for the most part. We talked about a lot of good things. I just want to highlight a few things that I like, and those things are first, I like they had people from both sides of the aisles, like Candace Owens. A lot of people dislike Candace Owens because she's a black conservative. I mean, so they want to diminish everything that she has to say because they feel like since she's a conservative, she doesn't have a point, which is good. And then they had T.I. right beside her, who is a black liberal, even though he says he's not. But how he keep going at Candace, you have to be a black liberal. And I honestly think T.I. was kind of sweet on Candace. I think he wanted him some candy from Candace. But, that's neither here nor there. Let me not throw that out there in that atmosphere like that. But, they really talked about some good things. Talked about, like, the canceling culture. How some people feel like we need to just, let's cancel them. And Killer Mike was saying the great thing, like, if we cancel this whole culture, like, how are we gonna put black men out of jobs? For instance, like the Colin Kaepernick situation. Everybody wants to cancel the NFL because Colin Kaepernick doesn't have a job. But every time I turn on the NFL game, I see majority black men are being employed by the NFL. So hundreds of black men families are supposed to starve for one person. Those numbers doesn't make sense to me. Those numbers don't make sense to me. And y'all think like because you guys are getting paid a lot of money that, they can go out without working. No. If they did go out without working, the NFL players would have more power in their union like the NBA players do and as well as the MLB players do. But since these guys cannot manage money, manage funding, they can't go a few weeks without a paycheck. So that gets back to what a lot of things that Killer Mike and T.I. was talking about, education. We need better education. It starts with education, not post-education. You trying to go get your bachelor's or your master's or this and that. No, we need better education. You spend 13 years in school from 5 to 18. You can't do nothing when you come out. You can't even think. You don't know nothing about finances when you graduate. You don't know how to manage money. You don't know how to invest money. Only thing we know how to do is spend money. So we are more consumers than we are merchants. So that was a key thing that we always got to go back to, education. Like, I was having a conversation with one of my friends. She's from overseas. She was telling me about how in America, we have free education. But what good is free education when it's trash education? What's good is a free education when they lying to us 24/7? They telling us that, Pluto is a planet, and next week Pluto isn't a planet. I don't give a fuck about Pluto. I'm not going to Pluto. I live on Earth. So what about Earth? What we doing on Earth? They throw out crazy stats to us just to keep us riled up, things like that, to keep us our mind in shackles. Like I said in one of my previous videos, they want to keep your mind in shackles. That's all what it's about. Because you can't think independently, not freely, but independently. If you can't take information and think for that information for yourself and not what the masses want you to think about the information they're giving you, you're going to be still a slave. That free thinking bullshit, that's for the birds. Can't be no free thinker, because only when you free, think about why the atmosphere is. Think about how vast the sky is. When you free, your mind just wandering. Trust me, I know about a wandering mind. You have to be an independent thinker, a strong independent thinker. Be able to think for yourself, not letting other people think for you. So that's what we got to get back to, independent thinking. Also, a great thing they also talked about was the Make America Great Again slogan. It's funny because Candace Owens said that, all you're going to do is take a sound bite and twist it and turn it and make it seem like I said something. And it's funny because they did exactly that to her. T.I. asked a question, didn't give nobody time to answer the question, started to elaborate further on that question, then asked another question on top of that. You can't answer questions for 10 minutes and expect somebody to answer it. So Candace Owens started answering the question by saying, I wish I could put on a Make Black America hat, a Make Black America Great Again hat. T.I. didn't like that answer, so he stopped. This is what people do. This is what people do. If you start giving an answer and it's not what they want to hear, they want to confuse you. That's why you gotta be a strong, independent thinker. They want to confuse you, get you off a topic, start rambling about something else to confuse you. So that's what he did to Candace Owens, because Candace Owens wasn't prepared for this type of debate structure. It's easy to debate people who already feel the same way you feel. That's easy. They're not gonna go back and forth with you. But when people don't feel the same way they feel, they want to get you off topic and make themselves look better and make you look like you don't know what you're talking about. So that's what they did to my girl Candace Owens. Candace Owens decided to, not realizing her crowd, you're not dealing with white liberals, white conservatives in other black conservatives, you're dealing with a majority of the black people who think that the liberals are for them. So you're attacking their beliefs. So she decides to say, slavery was everywhere. That was pointless. Like, that, she did not need to say that. But the reason why she was saying that was because T.I. did not let her finish her original thought. She got misjumbled. Her brain got scrambled because they kept coming at her. So she got on defensive. She got emotional, just like liberals do. You get emotional when somebody is coming at what you believe in, instead of listening to what that person is saying. Like me, I come from a Christian family. I have a cousin who's an atheist. Well, I'm not going to call him an atheist. He didn't tell me he was an atheist, but he doesn't believe in God. He always have conversations with me about why he doesn't believe in God. It would be easy for me, since he's coming against everything I was ever taught as a child, to put on the defensive and we're like, yo, no, no, you can't be talking about God like that. You can't be talking about Jesus like that. But how would I learn anything if I just turn down a switch, turn off my listening skills because somebody is disagreeing with me? That's why this platform was so great, because everybody's going to disagree with each other. Like one girl said, we are not the same. I found that out to be myself, since me and you, we both share the same skin complexion. You think we're the same? How are we the same? We didn't come from the same family. We didn't come from the same community. We didn't come from the same environment. We didn't come from the same educational system. So how are we the same? We view things differently. All because we look the same don't make us the same. All white people don't say they the same. They quick to say they American, but I'm Irish. I'm Italian. I'm Russian. I'm German. I'm English. They not the same. So why do you think that all of us are the same? We got different complexions. Our hair is different. Like, I was watching a Live PD. It was this white good boy, had a swastika on his hand, tattooed on his hand. He had a swastika tattoo on his hand. He had curly hair. You're not a white nationalist. You are not pure. See, that's what we're saying. That's what education comes in it. Because it's just not from our black community or our African American community. It's throughout the board. You got a white boy walking around with curly hair acting like he's a Nazi. Real Nazis would beat his ass. You're not them. You're trash. You're inbred. That's why education is the key to success. But like another girl was saying, that's why slavery was so big, because we were not educated. And it's the same thing going on now. They don't want us to be educated, because as more educated we are, we're going to realize that they're lying to us. And a lot of people think that America was never great because white people don't see black people as equal. But I'm here to tell you, how can you, if you look at somebody and they got everything that you want, how can they see you as equal? White people will look at a black person and be like, I like your skin color. Oh my God. And they really mean that. Oh, I like your skin color. Why can't I be that skin color? Oh, I always got that tan so I can be that dark. Oh, look at your hair. Why can't my hair look like that? Oh, why can't my hair do that? Oh my God. Oh man, you're so cool. You're so this. Oh my God. They admire us. So of course they don't see us as equal. They see us as better than them. But see, a lot of people have it misconstrued that they think the reason why they keep us down is because they think they better than us. No, it's the other way around. You keep people down because you know they better than you. If they thought they was better than us, their main objective would not be to keep us down. You keep people down who you know better than you. So you got to trick them. You have to trick their mind to think that, oh, I want them to think that we think they're better than us. So they try to figure out, okay, so since they think they better than us, they must be better than us. That's what a lot of people get confused that they have to be better than us, because if they wasn't, they wouldn't think that. But that's completely opposite. So there were times in history that America was great for us. And that is us, I mean black African Americans. I have to use my air quotes. But that doesn't necessarily mean that all because it wasn't equality or it wasn't desegregation that America wasn't great. Like, we have to get that out of our mind. I'm a firm believer of most of us did not come from slave ships to Africa. If you look at the real definition of America, it doesn't say anything about a European person. Native Americans, copper-colored skins, or aboriginals. All those are colored people. Don't say nothing about the Europeans. So if we was already here before they came, America had to been great during that time frame as well. But as long as we keep believing that we are slaves and we're slaves and we're slaves and we're slaves, you would never see yourself nothing more than a slave. I know I'm not a slave. All the black men when I was growing up, all the black men I looked up to were prosperous. My father, my grandfather, both my uncles. Like, everybody. My uncle had a Christian bookstore, so, you know, he was always suited and booted. My uncle was a hustler, so he was always suited and booted, pocket full of cash. Grandfather was a bishop, so pocket full of cash, suited and booted. My father was a preacher. He was working in pharmaceuticals, so he had money, suited and booted. That's why I'm always suited and booted. That's what I grew up looking towards. My father was born in the 40s. He ain't never tell me about, yeah, my friends didn't have no father growing up. We were so poor growing up. My father tell me their family was the first people in the whole city that had indoor plumbing, that had a bathroom in their home. My father telling me when he was the first class in his county, the class to get set to be integrated in the public school system, he was the first class to do that. He had a car and most of the white kids didn't have a car. But we don't hear these stories because Vietnam War, Lyndon B. Johnson creating welfare. So that's destroying the black family. So when the Vietnam War happened, my father was in Vietnam War. He tell me stories about him and his friends. During the wartime, they walking through Laos, who just in hands like 5 of them with a pan pistol. Between 5 of them, they going to go look for drugs. They was strung out. They came back, they addicts, post-traumatic stress disorder. Women was here to fend for the kids. They really couldn't do it because in that time, the men worked, the women stayed home with the kids. And it wasn't because women was incapable, because it only took one income to support a household. Now it takes 2 incomes to support a household. Now women want to sit at home and not do anything. But it takes more than 1 income to support a house. So there were time frames in America that America was great, but it doesn't necessarily mean that little black boys and little white girls were playing with each other. It's a reason why the government keep playing that Martin Luther King speech over and over and over and over and over, because they want us to believe that we're not great unless we doing what the white people are doing. But they don't want to tell anybody that before Martin Luther King, the reason why he got killed is because he was trying to go get a check for reparations. He was learning more knowledge and learned that, oh, it really ain't about this desegregation stuff. Yeah, I thought it was that, but it's more important that we go get checks for reparations to help better our people for what was done to us during slavery, segregation with the Jim Crow laws. Because it really wasn't segregation that hurt us, it was the Jim Crow laws. But once again, with segregation, it forced us to come together. Which this daddy, I don't even call no man daddy except my father, but Puffy, this Puffy Summit was about. We don't have to agree on everything. We just need to come together for the common good of our community, our population, so we can expand on that. We can't be always about liberals and Democrats. They don't care nothing about us. Liberals, conservatives don't care nothing about us. Democrats, Republicans don't care nothing about us. That's why I like to talk about the liberal agenda. The liberal agenda is trick us into thinking that, well, it's not a trick. Well, to keep us knowing that the conservatives don't care shit about us, but have us thinking that the liberals care about us, because since they saying, look, the conservatives don't care about y'all. And by putting things in place to get people to care about somebody else's issue before they care about our own issue. I was talking to my sister, she's a guidance counselor. She was like, oh, the teachers, she was telling me that the teachers, the white teachers in the school don't care about the black kids. But she feels like she has to care about the white kids. Why? That's the problem with our community. They're not worrying about our community, but we got to worry about their community. We got to make sure we all equal. They're not worrying about equality. They worrying about getting theirs. Why are we worrying about equality instead of getting ours? That's why we need to, like my cousin, firmly in this ADOS thing, I can't blame them, because we do need our own political party. Somebody who's looking out for us. But we too busy worrying about, like Killer Mike was saying, who master is better. Oh, my master is better. My master is better. Oh, I'm liberal. Like they mad at Candace Owens, like she was up there lying to them because she's saying that conservatives not doing, liberals not doing shit for black people, and y'all upset because y'all voting for liberals. I've said numerous times, the two worst mistakes I ever made was in 2008 when I voted for Barack Obama, and 2012 when I voted for Barack Obama. I voted for Barack Obama because he was black, the dumbest thing ever. But I was young. I didn't know any better. So I voted for a man that I thought looked like me, but didn't give two shits about me. So we have to do better. We actually have to vet these politicians instead of just handing over our vote. Like, oh, you're a liberal? Hell, here's my vote. Not making them do anything for us or our communities. Just like, oh, they're against conservatives. Let's vote for them. No matter who vote blue. And they got a whole bunch of dumbass candidates up there. Like, yo, I'm not voting for no one, you dumbass motherfuckers. Like, yo, where the real person is? Like, that's why Trump won. Not that I'm caping for Trump. I don't give a fuck about Trump. He ain't never did that for me. He ain't never called me up and like, yo, you wanna go make some money? If he did, I'd be voting for him. But like, yo, we have to really think about these things that they was talking about in this summit. Because that's what's gonna help us come together, to come to one accord, not to one agreement, but one accord, that we have to separate ourselves from these nationalized, not institutions, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but these nationalized parties We need to separate ourselves from them and create our own thing. Because I'm trying to tell y'all, segregation, it wasn't the worst thing ever. Integration is what was killing us. During segregation, we had Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Durham, North Carolina, up the street from me. Like, we had these things going, but what do we have now? A whole bunch of fighting. A whole bunch of fighting. That's what we have now. We got the Bloods versus the Crips. We got black liberals versus black conservatives. We got black men versus black women. That's all we got. We got a whole bunch of inner fighting because the liberal agenda is to separate us. To separate us. Now, you got to say that, like this crazy shit. Oh, you're a cisgendered man. I'm a cisgendered man. I ain't never said I was a cisgendered man. When did I say that? I'm the kid himself. Why I gotta? Nah, you're not gonna be calling me some word that you made up. Oh, because oh no, but you're a straight man. You identify as a straight man. I'm me. I identify as me. I didn't give myself these names. You trying to give me these names so you can separate me from that person over there so we can have fighting. Why can't you just be yourself? Why you always gotta follow the crowd and be what the crowd tells you to be? Why you gotta follow the crowd and fight for what the crowd tells you need to fight for? Why don't you fight for what you believe you should fight for? We gotta fight for this. Like Candace Owens was saying, I'm not a feminist. You're saying that it is wrong for a man to be a man because that's gonna get rid of the black family. So a black man can't be a black man, but a black woman can be a black man. Well, I thought it was about equality. So it's about equality. What's equal about that? What's equal about that? Why can't I be a man, but a woman can be a man? It was I was on Twitter. I seen something where, I don't know if she gay. She didn't say she was gay, but she was walking around the streets eating some Chinese food. And a girl video said, why you eating that food like that? She said, you want some? She was like, no. But she get asking her that she wants some. I showed that my sister, I like, yo, that was me. All the women like, you see this toxic masculinity? She said no. Why you keep asking her? I'm reading the comments, all the women like, oh, she's so sexy. She's so sexy. So it's okay for a woman to have signs of toxic masculinity, but if a man has signs of toxic masculinity, it's wrong. Where's the equality in that? So that's the things that we have to recognize, but we're not recognizing because the liberal agenda is telling us not to. The liberal agenda is telling us, recognize what I tell you to recognize. If I don't tell you this is important to you, it's not important to you. Because we are so confused to think that liberals are for us. It's already understood the conservatives are not for us. I don't have to speak like, oh, the conservatives are not for us either, Joseph. Like, oh, why you not talking about the conservatives? They're not for you. They're not for you. Because why I gotta talk about that? It's already understood. When I'm counting, I don't say 0, 1, 2, 3. I say 1, 2, 3 or 2, 4, 6. Because the 0, the 1, and the 3 are already understood. So why do I gotta say conservatives is not shit? You already know that. From years and years of programming from the liberals that conservatives ain't shit. But Killer Mike stole that show. And Killer Mike and T.I. was talking about some real stuff. About how we got to stop being employers and stop being employees and start being employers. I get on Facebook, people bragging about having a job. Bragging about having a job. Bragging about being an indentured servant. That's ridiculous to me. It's crazy because the liberals think like, oh, you're employed and they're not, they're unemployed, so you better than them. You're still both in poverty. The little $25,000 a year, what's that? That's the same thing as a person getting $0,000 a year. You still broke. Both of y'all are broke. Or you got people who think they making some money. They got making a $70,000, $100,000 a year. Now they think they big shot Bob. But what can you do? What kind of wealth is you going to pass on to your kids? If you're making $100,000 a year, how much money you going to be passing on to your kids? How many generations that $100,000 going to last? What are your kids gonna have? What your great grandkids gonna be in off that money? Your kids ain't gonna be in off that damn money, much less your grandkids and your great grands. So we have to change our thinking. Think more, be merchant class and not the consumer class. We gotta change our thinking. We gotta be like he was saying about the 7 to 15 years after slavery ended, the Reconstruction period. We knew how to do everything, just like we know how to do everything now. When you the worker, you know how to do everything. If we can come together and think on one accord, you can overthrow all your bosses. But since you're scared of your boss because your boss is your master, and you was always taught to be scared of your master, never question master. Master don't have to pay you. You still show up to work. Like, oh, you gonna pay us today, master? You ain't pay us the last 2 days. You gonna pay us today? You gonna pay us? When you gonna pay us, master? I'm gonna come to work because I got faith that master gonna pay. Master gonna pay. I got faith, so I'm gonna continue making master money because master gonna pay. But what about yourself? Why not you and your fellow co-workers come together and decide, okay, we're not gonna go to work. Only takes is one day. They see all of y'all working together. They have no other choice but to bend to all of your demands because they not making any money. When they not paying you, they making money. Even when they paying you, they making money. But if if there's no productivity going on, guess who's not making money? Massa. And it's not okay for Massa to make money. It's okay for nobody else to make money, but it ain't okay for Massa to not make any money. Massa got to make his. So that's how we have to take this thing. Like they was Killer Mike and say when they went to him and T.I. went to go talk to Dick Gregory. Dick Gregory was like, aren't y'all tired of marching for 50 years? I feel like that shit too. Like, yo, that's what they was doing back then. Why you watching too much TV? Why you trying to march now? Only way we can hurt people is by the mucho dinero, the chavo, the greenbacks, the pesos, the money, the yen, the pounds, the euros. That's the only way we gonna hurt people. Not by standing in the streets, giving police a reason to clap your ass up. Like, fuck that. I'm not getting clapped up time. I'm gonna get the money type. If y'all wanna stand out in them streets and risk y'all lives getting fucked around with them dumbass police, I'm gonna let y'all have that shit. While me and my family, we working these back roads, we trying to make some money. Cause we trying to do something for ourselves. My pops always told me, son, ain't nobody gonna give you nothing. If you want your land of milk and honey, you gotta go and possess it. You gotta go, whoever in there, you gotta go kill all of them, throw them out, and build, and that's your land of milk and honey. We waiting on Master to give us the land of milk and honey. And going to go run down on Master like you do your homeboy with your pistol out, pistol whipping everything in sight, telling him, give me the loot, give me the loot, give me the loot, right? Ain't that what they say? Give me the loot. So why you don't do that to Master? Why you so scared of Master? Why you gonna run down on your brother, but you won't scared to run down on Master? We got to get that out of our heads. So that's what they was talking about, things like that. Or like the canceling culture. I think I already said that, you know. I get kind of jumbled sometimes, but I'm working on 30 minutes. I don't even want to make these jumps too long. So, like, if you've seen it, please go watch it. It's only an hour and 20 minutes. It's very enlightful. Teach you a lot of things. Help open up your eyes to things. Just watch it with an open mind. Like, because nobody up there is lying. That young boy, I don't know what he thought he was in a rap video or something. Like, I don't know why they kind of had me up there. I kind of gave more input to the conversation than, oh, man, my auntie's smart, my cousin's smart, my mama's smart, my friend's smart. Oh, I like potato salad. I'm here for the 17-year-old to 35-year-olds. You like my sweater? It's lime green, just like my shoes. My socks got Jumpmans on them. clowns, man. But go watch it. Like this video if you like it. Dislike this video if you dislike it. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think about it. If you don't, if you didn't watch it, go watch it and come back and let me know what you think. And just let's keep this conversation going. You know, we all got things to do out here. We all got people that we care about out here. We all got somebody that we would die for out here. So let's make sure that we doing the right things. So if we do have to die for somebody, we're not dying for nothing. We leaving them something when we die as well. And the something is not dead. All right, so y'all have a good day. One. Or should I say, like my boy said, like Nori said in Paid in Full, water.